Welcome back to another episode of The Hot Route. Yes, sir. It's your boy KG here solo, man. The crew is out today. Really wasn't intending really to go that long today. But I did just want to pop out and really talk about some impending news that's been going around. Today, we're going to talk more about the NBA free agency. All right. Uh, just just looking at all of this because this is a fast break edition of the hot route. All right, fast break edition. We're gonna cover a lot of different things today for sure. So first up, you know, I have to kind of get to the elephant in the room. All right, we're gonna get to the NBA free agency, but one thing that I really wanted to talk about was the whole ordeal with my used to be Lakers. Used to be. That's right. Past tense. Used to be. Because look now listen, I understand after the LeBron era things are going to look a lot different, right? Obviously they are going to a new rebuilding factor in LA, and I understand the direction that they want to go in. I mean, they acquired Luca last year off of that crazy deal that nobody seen coming. You keep Austin Reeves, and that's great. You know, you make a couple, uh, you made a couple of additions throughout the season last year, and you eventually, you know, made it pretty good in the playoffs. Cool, but I guess where I'm lost at is that this offseason, we seen many different players go many different places. I mean, Giannis was a big one to help start the NBA free agency with. All right. You got Ja Morant going to Portland, teaming back up with the legendary Portland legend himself, Damian Lillard. All right. And then you got Jalen Brown just recently went to the 76ers in trade for a couple round picks and PG going to Boston. Um and is a couple of these are, and one of my personal favorites, LaMelo Ball, going to team up with the Ant Man himself. Now, my thought process behind this, all right, out of all of those teams we just named, there are powerhouses. Those are a lot of guys that can score easily. You pair them up with the right people, you got great teams. You immediately, all right, the Lakers immediately hand out $131 million to three players after the Walker Kessler trade. Now, Walker Kessler is known to be a great player. Comes from Utah. I don't know too much about him personally. Have I heard of him? Yes, I have. So your starting five from the Lakers is immediately you're looking at Kessler, you're looking at Austin Reeves, Luca. Who else are they? Quentin Grimes. Um, I want to say Colin Sexton. Which this is a whole new era Lakers. The problem is that I respectfully, I just don't know if this is enough firepower to really match what they've done in the last few years. Of course you got Luca that can go out there and score, you know, 30, close to 40 something a game, maybe, possibly. But how much is that gonna weigh Luca down, bro? You know what I mean? Of course, Reeves can do his thing, but I just don't believe in this team to be out to be able to go out and to match that team from last year. Something that truly hurt me. Something that truly hurt me as a Laker fan. Rob Pelinka, like I know, I know your goal was to attempt to make people forget about the LeBron era, and you're coming in, you're doing what's right for the franchise. You're immediately handing out money, but the thing is, bro, you did it too quick. You did it bang, bang, bang. You didn't even spend time enough to look at possible options that can truly fit the team. It was almost like a an erase factor right away. Like you just wanted to just pick because that day when you were picking up people, it's almost like, oh, we acquired him, we acquired him, we acquired him, and it was so quick. It's just like it wasn't even a process. This offseason for the Lakers wasn't too too much really planned out like that, and I just felt like they should have just kind of paced themselves and had more time to research a couple guys that would fit this championship culture a lot better, you know. And of course, you give Bronny his money. You know, he secured in with the big bag. So me just looking at the squad next year, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know whether they have what it takes to even reach the playoffs next year. You know, who said that Luca is going to be in good standing to health? Who said that Austin Reeves isn't going to be that guy that he was in the second round of the playoffs last year? I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of uncertainty in LA right now. Am I looking forward to it? Yes. Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But me personally, I can't support the Lakers anymore. I can't. And many of us is leaving. Many of us is leaving with LeBron, and that's something that I really want to get into next. So if somebody's in here and y'all want to chime in with this, please do. But the next thing I really wanted to get into was LeBron. We call it LeBron watch. Where is he going to go? That's the $1 million question, man. You got a couple teams. You got could he end it at home? Could he end it all in Cleveland? Is that a possibility for him? You got to look at how far they made it last year in the playoffs. You got to look at the young team they got acquired up there. You know what I mean? You got Jared up there. Obviously, you got Harden. You got Spider up there. That might be appealing. That might be appealing to LeBron to come back home and finish it. But I I want to say it would be great for him at this stage of his career. Obviously, we know it's not going to be about money, right? Because LeBron is, I mean, he's one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid guy in the league. Obviously, it's going to be all about contendership and who's going to be competing for that title. That's what he wants to go do. That's the point. All right. And with that being said, he wants to go somewhere where he can, be himself, where he can sit back and really peep the scene and be like, hey, I could really fit in here. I don't have to do too much mentoring. I don't have to hold anybody's hand. I don't have to do too much teaching. All right. Because over the last few years, LeBron has he's been in that role of being a mentor, a sensei, a teacher, and it's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all, right? But my thing is this. Let's test out a couple theories, right? Let's say he goes to the newly acquired Jalen Brown and Embiid teamed up. Let's say he goes to the 76ers. How does he fit into that culture? How does he fit into having a dominant big man like Embiid? A shifty and quick scorer like Tyrese Maxey. You know what I mean? Um, like how does he fit into that? That would be pretty interesting to see. Then you go from there, and you can possibly go to the Heat. The Heat is doing a lot of big things down there. Obviously, you got Bam Adebayo and you got Giannis teaming up now, bro. You add LeBron to that, and that's daggone near like just that's a championship waiting as well. Any one of these teams can be very interesting, a very attractive destination for a free agent, right? So I'm just very curious. I'm just very curious. And then you got the team where most people think that Bron will end up. Bron is still in LA. I'm pretty sure Savannah. is persuading him, if you want to play basketball, stay in LA. Please stay in LA so we don't have to sell our house or so we don't have to move. And that's normal. More likely his family does have a big influence on his decision. So if he can't go back to the Lakers, if he's not possibly gonna go to the Clippers, which we haven't heard their names put in the hat. It's only one other place in California that really makes sense, right? That's out there in the Bay Area, you know, with Steph Curry, with Draymond Green, you know, with those guys, with Steve Kerr's coach. Like, yeah, yeah, that would make sense. I mean, Steph Curry was his teammate and KD's teammate. You know what I mean? Then you acquire AD on top of that. Hey, you're talking. You know what them boys did for Team USA. Let's not forget that. All right. Now that's something so worth noting. All right. That's something worth noting. And honestly, they all have the same amount of rings won, I believe. Steph, LeBron, and Draymond now. And I definitely think that they would love to win out together, right? They would obviously love to win out together. So I personally think that would be amazing to see. That would be amazing to see, man. You know. So as I look at the free agencies that when I look at this, another guy that's pretty interesting is Kawhi Leonard going back to the Raptors. As we all know, that Kawhi Leonard helped that team go back or go to a championship for the first time. I'm sorry, and win. You know, so that's a really attractive one. Then you got Mitchell Robinson. All right, newly acquired by the Boston Celtics. All right, he signed a 3-year, $47.4 million deal. That boy deserved it. Definitely throw the bag at him. You know what I'm saying? He just got done with his run from the New York Knicks. He definitely deserves it. That young man definitely deserves it. So hey, there's a lot of things moving within the the league right now. Kristaps Porzingis, he re-signed with the Warriors on a $40 million deal. Andrew Wiggins, all right, he signed his 30.2 million option with the Heat. Signed a new 2-year deal worth 34 million. Bro, these young guys getting to the money. They getting to the money, y'all. To the money. You know, I even heard rumors that the Denver Nuggets possibly are not. They're not looking to trade him. All right, but they are possibly willing, if the right call comes along, to shop Joker. And what does that mean? Because I don't know, man. To me, I feel you got to get back something in return for Joker. Maybe a couple, two or three picks. Uh, oh yeah, a couple picks back for him. And really look at your schedule. That's your identity. That's your franchise, right? So that definitely would be worth really noting for real. And of course, you had Austin Reeves return on a 4-year max contract. All right, a 4-year max, and like I don't have a problem. Back to the Lakers situation. I don't have a problem with them getting Reeves back, but I feel like I feel like they signed him to that big deal, and I love Austin Reeves. I feel like they signed him to that deal out of fear, out of him leaving, and like me and D Ray was talking about. he was probably going to go to the Pistons, or he was going to go somewhere along that way. That's the type of trade, or that's the type of re-signing that you sign somebody back when you're afraid for them to leave. Um, but hey, I don't know. I really don't know how that's going to turn out. I really don't know, but I do want to do something because I didn't intend for the show to really be long. I just want to pop in. This is just really a little appearance because I don't have my crew with me. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to D Ray. Shout out to Nitty. Shout out to Tumbo. I mean, shout out to them boys, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna do a full show, but this is just me just wanting to pop on just for a second and really really show my face on here and talk about what I really want to talk about. So, you know, we're gonna play a game of non-reaction over reaction. I'll just basically kind of ask myself. The 76ers became the biggest winners of free agency after landing Jaylen Brown and adding more depth. Non-reaction or overreaction? Um, I don't know, man. I can't really say that's a non-reaction, honestly, because it's shocking. You're trading your second, some believe first best scorer on what the well, wait a second. Hold on. We got special guests right here. I didn't know how this happened, by the good grace of God, y'all. Hey, D Ray joins in the show. I feel like Rich Eisen. I promise y'all I do. There, look, there's D Ray, y'all.
Can you hear me and everything?
Listen, man, this is amazing.
I
This is
just
amazing.
I just said I'm gonna try one more time. I just something just like let me just click it one more time.
Man, I hope I done y'all good justice, man, by doing what I was doing on here. I was just kind of getting into the reaction or non-reaction, so it's perfect that you landed in right here. So I want to ask you that same question, D. Ray. The 76ers became the biggest winners of free agency after landing Jaylen Brown and adding more depth. Is that a non-reaction or overreaction?
Nah, I think that's a perfect reaction. In fact, my if this might be an overreaction. They just became the favorites out of the East next year,
Hmm.
and yeah, man, this is insane to think that you got a what we call Jaylen Brown, a top 20 player. I think that's fair to say, top 20, top 15 ish
Yeah,
for a 36-year-old Paul George.
man.
You're gonna run out there with Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid. Good luck.
It man, they gonna look. Listen, I know it's a lot of Knicks fans out there. Y'all did y'all thing this year, but it's gonna be so tough next year. That East is gonna be so tough,
Yeah,
so
Halliburton
tough.
is coming back. I'm not ready to put the Pacers to bed yet.
Yeah,
Miami, obviously, you add Giannis, you're a contender. You're right there. Yeah, the East is looking very, very competitive. I think the West is going to be the usual, like the top two are super competitive, and then everybody else is like, but the East, it'd be feeling like 1 through 6, like who's coming out.
man.
Toronto brought Kawhi Leonard back. You had
That's
Kawhi and
what I'm
Scotty
saying.
Barnes.
That's a good
Good
move.
things could happen. Right?
That's a good move, man. That's a good move. And you know, yeah, y'all seen Drake posted. He was so happy, man. Drake posted an hour before it happened. So he's taking his credit for it, of course.
Kawhi went home. He made everybody in LA hate him and said, "Man, let me go back to where I'm loved. I know
Oh
he
yeah.
has been loved in Toronto
Oh yeah.
forever." He'll be
Them fans up there, man, love them some Kawhi, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So that was a great move, I think, by him too, of publicly saying like the only team I'll resign with is Toronto.
man,
Go
besides,
back to home.
who else was he gonna sign with, D Ray? He couldn't even see who
Well,
was he
Dallas,
couldn't. Hey, but I
Dallas
was gonna,
apparently
I
put a
was gonna
package
say
together.
he could have. They could have.
The Mavs, I heard, put the super package together, and that's when
Kawhi?
Kawhi came out and publicly said, "I won't resign long term with anybody but Toronto."
Oh man,
Yeah,
the Toronto thing. It had to happen for Kawhi, man. Of course he couldn't see who else was coming at him because He couldn't see who was asking in the room.
Hey, go back to where you got famous. Like I know, like people liked Kawhi in San Antonio, but Toronto was when it was really like
It was different.
Kawhi's town. Yeah, that was
It was
his.
different. Man, we can't forget that classic parade that them guys had after the championship. Man, they're waiting on that. They're thirsty for something like that again.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
So Toronto ready. They're definitely ready.
All right. Emmanuel quickly. You still got Jakob Pertl there. That's a good team. That's a good team if he's healthy.
Yeah. Do you
And now,
think? Do you think the pressure is highest on Philadelphia after its offseason moves, non-reaction, or overreaction?
mm, that one's tough because Joel, like we're in the twilight of Joel's career now. We're not gonna have Joel Embiid a whole lot longer.
Yeah.
But then again, like I know they took on a lot of money, but they didn't give up nothing to get him. Like, they didn't give anything up.
They didn't. They didn't.
You can
So
maybe flip Edgecombe next year for a megastar, an all star. Like so, I think the pressure is more on Boston than Philly.
okay.
The Celtics fan base isn't. They don't want to sit through no rebuild. And you remember last year was supposed to be the Celtics like skip year. They were supposed to just
Yeah.
like get through that season, whatever. No Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown lead you to the 2 seed, which I know also probably pissed their front office off. It's like we were trying to suck this year.
Man,
I,
badly.
I think pressure is all on Boston. I think it's now all on Jason Tatum because it's you now.
So I definitely I want to get back to this NBA frenzy, but I definitely want to go back to the segment at hand that's featured tonight on tonight's show of this fast break edition of the Hot Route. It is the LeBron Watch. For the LeBron Watch, it's been a frenzy. D right? I mean, what can you make out of this? Is a certain team do you think LeBron would fit into? And of course, like I was explaining to the people, I personally think, of course, at this time in his career, it'll be more motivated for him to go to a contender instead
Hmm.
of just going for the money. So
Well,
who do you think that could possibly be?
he came out in today. Actually, it was either today and yesterday, and put out a statement that he would play for a vet's minimum if the situation was right.
Boy, look, man.
So he's not even chasing the max money.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Miami makes a whole lot of sense.
Ooh, wee.
You put him out
Ooh.
there with Giannis and Bam. He ain't got to play defense. He
Mm.
really ain't got to score that much. He can just facilitate, run the offense. Everyone's talking Golden State, of
Yeah.
course. That's
I
the
kind of want him to go there low key. I kind of want him to go there low key.
just for
The fun and
yeah
we seen how they were with Team USA. We
yeah,
seen,
exactly. We
you
know
know,
they like each other personally. We know Draymond loves LeBron. Draymond probably got a
boy,
LeBron fat head in
at
his
that
room.
man's wedding, everything. Like he's in
So,
love with him. Boy's got a bromance, man. Seriously.
so I just think if I'm LeBron, I would wait on Golden State because I'm not going if it's Jimmy Butler. Y'all got to go
Okay,
get AD
okay,
first. Go get
okay.
AD first,
Because
and then I was
from what I've known, D Ray, I heard that it was kind of like a promise type of thing. Like, hey, if we go get AD, will you sign? Type of thing. I've heard that because it's all part of that package type of
yeah
thing that they're trying to put together. So they're
because
trying
I
to
don't
make
think
sure.
I don't think they want AD without LeBron, and LeBron
That's
probably
kind of
don't want to be
I
there
understand though. I understand.
without AD.
That's kind of messed up, low key, but I understand it though. I understand
and,
it.
and then I mean we could definitely talk the story of going home and finishing up where you
Yeah.
started. I think that would be a great story. I just don't
Hey.
want to see him have to play with James Harden.
Mm,
That
mm.
would-
Hey, come on now. We all know how Bron
Oh,
get in certain situations, and we seen a moment to where LeBron blew his top up there in Cleveland with somebody with a former teammate.
yep.
So I don't know how that would go, but I'm just saying, man.
And then I think the funniest one though is if he stays in LA,
Yeah,
but he signs with the other team in LA. I think that would be funny too, because
that You know, that would be one of the biggest, I guess, quote unquote, betrayals that people would feel since he left Cleveland. You would see Lakers jerseys literally burning in the
Burning,
street.
yeah.
Um, yeah, man, that would be insane.
I mean,
That would
everything
definitely be insane.
they all gonna be chasing that farewell tour. There's a lot of money in these next year or two for LeBron James as an asset. I'll put it. Uh, yeah, doing the retirement run, the farewell tour. He's already
Yeah,
talked about filming a documentary, an in season
okay,
doc this year. So
that's cool. I can't wait to see that because
I hope he
that's
kicks. He got to keep the gray beard though. Don't
man.
dye it, Ron.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm
Don't
saying.
dye it,
That's
man.
why I'm keeping my little string, the gray right here. It's LeBron.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
that
for real,
wisdom.
man. He better do it. He better do it. Do you think? So the absence of LeBron from the Lakers, his departure from the Lakers. What does that say about the Lakers? Should they be in like a panic mode? Do you think the actions that they displayed towards us, did it say panic, or did it say, "Hey, we're just gonna chill and we're gonna rebuild, we're gonna clean this era of LeBron out and just try to start something new here"?
Well, I mean,
Because they signed them so quick though,
they
man.
signed
Like,
them all real quick. They gave Walker Kessler a lot of money. I mean, we ain't had three rich white dudes like this together since the Beatles. Like this is
I mean, hey, like
345 mil for Luca, Walker Kessler, and Austin Reeves.
maybe they know something
That's
that we don't. Maybe I don't.
I think it depends because the owner has to realize this ain't Major League Baseball where he owns the Dodgers too.
Oh
With the
yeah,
Dodgers, he could just throw unlimited money at people. There is no salary cap in baseball, so he can just
yeah,
keep throwing unlimited money, money, money. Can't
yeah,
do that in the NBA. You got a cap you got to deal with now.
yeah.
You got to and with all due respect to the franchise, that whole Lakers show is people don't want to play for the Lakers no more like
No,
they used to.
no,
That's not the dream spot
it's
that
not.
it used to
It's
be.
not. It's not. And you're running off free agents, and you're also running off the fans, man. Like it's just not. It doesn't have that same feel to it,
From
like
what
it
I
did.
read, they let Rui walk without an offer. They didn't
Mm,
even offer Rui a contract, and
you know,
was the second best player in the playoffs last year for the Lakers. I mean, he's
we wouldn't even have made it. We wouldn't even have made it to that second round if it wasn't for Rui at
Rui
all.
and Jackson Hayes gone now. They uh they
I
blew it
don't
up. I mean,
I don't understand it. I
and
don't.
I think it's unfair on Luca too.
It is very unfair to Luca, man, because Luca now has to go out there and he has no choice but to put on that scoring frenzy every single night, man.
Yep.
So it's tough. What what key what key acquisition from this NBA free agency so far is a very attractive trade for you or signing to you? Which one did you
Hmm.
interest you the most?
I want to throw a low key one first, and that's a OKC re up on Isaiah Hartenstein. I thought he would go somewhere and with more minutes guaranteed, or he's not playing with or behind Chet, but maybe he likes the Twin Towers
Man,
dynamic. I didn't expect iHeart to be back, so I thought that was huge for OKC to to
yeah,
keep to keep that advantage. My favorite one though it's got to be Lamelo to Minnesota, just because of how fun it could be. That's going to
man,
be
I
a
can't wait.
fun team to watch play.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to
And they
see
got Rudy
that.
Gobert on the back end. I know everybody hates Gobert, but
Man,
he's a difference maker defensively, no matter what.
yeah,
That's gonna be a fun team to watch. Jaden McDaniels at the four.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. Then you got something interesting, man. You got Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying? After winning his championship with the Knicks,
Yeah.
man, signed a 3-year, $47.4 million deal with the Boston Celtics. that man, he said, you know what? Won my ring.
Uh,
Let me go get my money. Give me my money, man. And he get to stay in the area for real. It
yeah.
ain't too far.
People
So
forget Mitch Robb was on those Alonzo Trier Nick teams, those
yeah,
Jordan Crawford Nick teams. Like
yeah,
he was in the mud. So yeah, get the
yeah.
ring, go get
Get
the
your
bag.
bag. Get your
It's
bag, boy.
I'm confused by Boston. Boston is having the most baffling offseason of all time. I don't know what the end goal is.
Yeah,
When you trade Jalen Brown for Paul George and picks, in my mind, you're rebuilding.
right,
But
right.
then you come out and you sign Mitch Robb, and they're talking about the Celtics are looking for another move to make, maybe moving off of Derek White. I don't
Yeah.
know if they're rebuilding, if they're trying to win, if they're just trying to be okay. Like, I don't
That
see the
that is
goal.
it is. It sends mixed signals for sure, man. You got James Harden. He declined his $43.4 million player option and is expected to re-sign with the Cavaliers at a lower figure. He
Yeah.
better. He
Oh
better.
yeah, yeah.
He know
I
he
don't, there's not a
man.
long line.
D right. It would be straight out robbery, and he knows that.
There is not a
So
long line of James Harden pursuers out there.
at all, at all, you know. So I just feel like you got a couple of notable signings out there. You got Chicago Bulls signed Norman Powell, 2 years, 45 mil.
They
You
signed Powell, then
you
they got
signed Zach Collins, 2 years, 17 mil.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Tim Hardaway Jr. on a 1 year deal, $6.5 million deal, and they
Oh,
extended to Andrew Wiggins. So it's the Heat is low key making some
it's
really
funny
good moves.
with Hardaway, his because his dad's jersey is retired in Miami.
I think I'm saying this.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah, he already came out and said, "Nah, you pick a new number. You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it."
I gotta do the I gotta do that. Like hey, that's the son, son now.
I'm not mad about it though. Nope, pick
But
your own number.
bro, he got to protect his legacy somehow.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's up in the
yeah,
rafters.
I know.
Look up there and be inspired.
Right, right. Like, bro, you gotta do your thing, man. But but yeah, I mean that was pretty much a show. Honestly, I didn't want to go too much deep into it, but when a full crew is back, maybe here in a few days, man. I know we got a whole lot of NFL news too.
Yeah, we do.
So, I mean, we can even talk about a little now if you want, but hey, I just mainly want to talk about this fast break edition
Yes, man.
of the NBA, man, because it's still flowing. Fast breaks are still going. All right.
Somebody is somebody Brandon Ayuk. I don't know who you got around you, bro. Somebody take that man's phone though. Somebody take he did another video today about he was dancing because he feels like he's gonna be a commander here soon. Bro, Washington don't want you no more. You're a head case.
Oh wow.
He's
Oh
done
wow.
AB'd himself. I don't think the commanders would be too quick to add
Two-
that to the ways to go about things, man. I hope all the best for him though. He's a super talented player.
You remember, man, at one time everybody was looking to get Brandon Ayuk. Remember
Yep.
that?
Yep. He's like I said, just definitely nothing to do with talent. He's got that
Yeah.
all over. Is but this walking CTE is a bad look.
Life come at you pretty quick, man. I'll tell you. And I also want to talk about something else before we get on up off here. It's gonna kind of leave on a serious note, kind of. But I seen a recent video on Chris Johnson, man, and that
Yeah.
it as a fan, it broke my heart, honestly. Like seriously, to see him like that, man. And I tell people this a lot of the times. Like we grow up fans of these guys. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
We cheer them on because to us, man, they're superheroes. A lot of them are. They do superhero type stuff, and you see somebody like Chris Johnson that has so much life, so much talent, so much everything, man, and to see him in that chair and to see his state that he in, boy, that just puts you in the reality of what these guys truly go through. After their respective sports and their respective careers, you know. I do want to hold a show like that in the future, man, to where we kind of talk about the importance of CTE, ALS,
Hmm.
just different things like that. But yeah, man, it's a
Yeah.
sad thing, man, that we should all bring awareness to. Because these guys are human, man, after their careers.
CJ 2K, man, that man had everybody checking the Titans box score every single week because you had
Yeah,
to see what people that season was special, man. Like we were literally tuning in to
man.
Sports Center, looking on the bottom, like, come on, bring
Yeah,
up the Titans. Like, oh, he had
yep.
140 today. He had 150 today. He had, like it was
Man, he was gonna have some type. I remember. I know it was kind of a crazy clip now, but when I first heard that, man, he got get away from the cop speed.
that was
Oh man,
against the
Chris Johnson,
Jaguars.
oh, he
Believe.
revolutionized a whole class full of running backs of today. His style, just on how really fast he was and just how agile he was, and such an overall athlete that he was. It's a lot of guys that he paved the way for today, man. So shout out to him, shout out to his family, man. And I low key wanted to do the ALS challenge, to be honest, because it's important, man. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he's just going through something uh, just devastating that he can't. I mean, you just can't even imagine, man. So
I don't
yeah, that's gonna be the show though, y'all, for the day. Appreciate D Ray, man, for joining in, man.
Yeah, popped in a
Value
little
in
late,
the
but
man.
I got
Definitely
here.
appreciate you, man. I know it was a hard road, man. I appreciate you staying dedicated, man. But yeah, y'all check out this episode of the Hot Route and more on YouTube, on our page at the Hot Route on Facebook. And yeah, tune in, man. Like the video, share it, share it with your friends, and just yeah, just love it. Just love it. But this has been the Hot Route, man. I'm KG.
D Ray.
And yup, and that's the way that we will end this show, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.